Are you a manager who has kind of maybe gotten the management piece under your belt, but you are struggling with your leadership? I want you to watch today because we're going to be talking about transitioning from a managerial point of view to a leadership point of view by talking about like a set of skills and strategies that you can develop so that you can lead your teams. You can motivate and inspire them. You can empower them. You can be that true natural leader, which is what everyone really wants to be and what everybody wants to have leading them. Welcome to my channel. My name is Sara Curto. I am a certified career and leadership coach, and I help people like you find your dream jobs or get your next promotions where you work less, make more money, and finally feel happy and fulfilled doing work that you love. Okay, I love this topic because I feel that we have so many managers out there, but we don't have a lot of leaders out there. And I really feel that if we had more leaders, that we would be having more healthy, sustainable workplaces. So I really encourage you, if you are in a management position, whether you feel like you are a natural leader or not, you should watch this because you're going to get some incredible tips. And you should also subscribe to my channel because I have so much information here to help you and your team realize their career dreams. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Okay, let's dive in. Okay, tip number one. Tip number one is kind of typical, and I think it's typical of management and leaders, but I think it's a great place to start, and that is leading by example. So as a manager, if you want to lead, your actions speak louder than your words. So I want you to set the tone for your team by demonstrating the values that you want them to be demonstrating. So whether it's like dedication or integrity, professionalism, collaboration, whatever it is, like leading by example fosters trust and inspires your team to follow suit. What it is not, and why I wanted to use this as my first, is a lot of managers take that lead by example to feel like that means that they have to roll up their sleeves and do the work right alongside their team members. It is not that. It is more demonstrating the behaviors, the values that you want them to demonstrate, not that you're willing to do the work alongside with them. Having said that, there's always caveats. When there's the time, it's fine. But otherwise, during normal times, you should not be doing the work. You should be leading them to do the work. So that's why I really wanted to use this as an example, that I want you to figure out what kind of values do you want to see in your team and how can you demonstrate that by leading by example. That is the key. Okay, tip number two, also like nothing earth-shattering here. It's communicating effectively. The problem is we often see a lot of managers think that having an open door policy is enough for communications. It is not. So clear and open communication really is essential for being an effective leader. So this can take the form of many different things. This is managing expectations, telling them what you expect and how you expect to see it. It's letting them know what their role is and how the two of you are going to work together. It is listening to your team members. It's providing constructive feedback. It's communicating goals and those expectations, all of it clearly. It is encouraging open dialogue, and we do that by creating a psychological safety where they feel safe with you, where you won't jump down their throats for making a mistake, where you won't ridicule them or brush off an idea as silly that they bring to the table. When you have everyone feel heard and feel valued, when they feel safe, that creates this open communication lines where you are able to communicate effectively. So while it sounds simple, that art of active listening, that art of knowing what you need and knowing how to communicate it and knowing how to mentor and groom them to follow it, the art of creating that space of psychological safety. The foundation is something where you have to spend more effort than just telling people they can come talk to you whenever they want to. Okay, tip number 3 is empowering your team. Sometimes I feel like a true leader approaches things like a parent approaches things. Like, I don't parent my children in a way that has them needing to live with me the rest of their lives. Part of my parenting is, how can I set you up for success when you move out? So part of being a leader is understanding that your team will have their own career growth and aspirations. And you want to empower them and groom them and mentor them and coach them along the way. And some of that is work in the work itself. It's you delegating responsibilities where you're not rolling up your sleeves and doing the work. You're having them doing the work. It's providing opportunities for them for growth and development. Maybe you not having to go to this one meeting and having someone else go in your place so they can build those skills and increase their visibility. It's trusting your team to make decisions autonomously where you don't have to nitpick everything. It's empowering them in a way that boosts their morale, increases their engagement, and cultivates a culture within your team of innovation and ownership. It really allows them to excel in this position so that you can release them out into the world like a parent would, so that they can excel and succeed in their next role as well. Okay, tip number 4. Lead with empathy. Honestly, I always want to start with this, but we have some things we needed to build up to. I recently did a video on 2 quick tips to quickly start developing your empathy. Feel free to go watch that after this, because it is the most underrated skill of leadership. And here's the thing, an effective leader, they really understand how important empathy is in the workplace. They take the time to understand their team members, like at a deep level, what their perspectives are, what their challenges are, what their aspirations are, how best to coach them and lead them. A great leader shows compassion and support, especially during difficult times. By fostering a culture of empathy within your team, you create that supportive and inclusive work environment, which also helps you build an environment that has that psychological safety, which allows for more open communication. It also allows for like so many amazing things. So leading with empathy, tip number 4. Okay, tip number 5 is adopt a mindset of continuous learning and adaptation. You are not a stagnant creature. You are a person meant to grow, and leaders always want to improve and grow, because leadership is not a static skill. Management is, but leadership is not. It requires constant growth and development. So staying informed about industry trends, best practices, emerging technologies, building your soft skills like empathy, like advocacy, like listening, like communication, like your leadership, like your ability, your intuition, and your ability to foresee things and learn from mistakes and being vulnerable. All of this stuff, it really sets you apart. And when you seek feedback from your team, and when you're willing to adapt your leadership style to the individuals that are there, by embracing a growth mindset, you're really setting yourself and your team up for really long-term success. So, to recap, my top 5 tips for managers who want to become leaders, who want to lead. Number 1 is lead by example with the values. Number 2 is communicate effectively. Number 3, empower your team. Number 4, lead with empathy. And number 5, adopt a mindset of continuous learning and adaptation. So, my final words is being a leader is a journey. It is not a destination. When you lead by example, when you communicate effectively, when you empower your team, when you lead with empathy, when you continuously learn, you become the leader that your team deserves. You become the leader of your dreams, the leader you always wish you had, the leader that you really want to be. Because I know if you're watching this, that is who you want to be. If you want help developing your leadership skills, reach out. Let's schedule a quick, free one-on-one consult call to see if working together makes sense. Because I love making managers into leaders. It is like, I just want to fill the world with them. So definitely would love to help you do that if you would like that help. So thank you so much for tuning in today. I really hope you found this video helpful. If you did, hit like below. Let me know in the comments what tip you're going to use today and tomorrow to become a leader. Until next time, oh, don't forget to subscribe. But until next time, keep leading with purpose and with passion. You got this. Bye for now. If you liked this video, then I invite you to join me in the Find Your Dream Job program, where you work less, make more money, and finally feel fulfilled doing work that you love. Find out more at www.saracurto.ca/CYLA. See you there.